Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, today's story is, well, it's one that's kind of stuck with me for a while. It happened a couple of years ago, and I've never really been able to explain it. Honestly, I'm still not sure if it was just a nightmare or if I really experienced something otherworldly. But I'll let you decide. It all started on a regular night, just like any other. I was living in this small apartment, pretty quiet neighborhood, nothing too crazy. It was one of those places where you could hear every little noise in the building, like the pipes creaking or someone's footsteps in the hallway. You get used to it, right? Well, this particular night, I was home alone. My roommate was out with some friends, so I was just chilling in the living room, watching TV, half checked out, scrolling through my phone. It was around 1 a.m., and I was starting to get sleepy, so I decided to head to bed. Now, I'll admit, I've always been a bit of a scaredy cat when it comes to the dark. I don't know why, but sometimes the silence in the apartment gets to me, like I'm waiting for something to happen. So, I always leave a light on in the hallway or the bathroom just to make me feel a little safer. Anyway, I get into bed, pull the covers up, and start to doze off. Everything's normal, but then I hear something. It's this soft, scraping sound, like fingernails against the wall. It was coming from the hallway. I figured it was probably just the old building settling or the wind outside, but it kept going. Scratch, scratch, scratch. I sit up in bed, trying to shake it off, but it's getting louder. At this point, I'm wide awake, heart pounding, just waiting for it to stop. And then, it stops. Just like that. Silence. I don't know if I should be relieved or even more freaked out. But like an idiot, I get out of bed and walk toward the hallway. I know, what am I doing? But I had to check. I peek into the hallway, and everything looks normal. The light's on. The door to the bathroom's closed, nothing out of place. But I can't shake that feeling that something is wrong. So, I go back to my room and climb back into bed, telling myself I'm being paranoid. Maybe it was just my imagination. But then, as I'm lying there, trying to relax, I hear it again. Music builds, slightly intensifying. But this time it's different. It's not just scratching. It's something worse, scratching and dragging. Like something is moving through the hallway, scraping along the floor. It's coming closer, slowly but steadily. I freeze. I can't move. I just lie there, wide-eyed, staring at the door. And that's when I hear something else. A whisper. It's faint, but I hear it clearly. Come here. I don't even know how to describe the feeling, but I was frozen, like my body just wouldn't move. My mind was screaming at me to get up, to run, but I couldn't. Then right before I can even think about doing anything, the sound stops, just cuts off. It's dead quiet. And that's when I hear the most terrifying thing of all, a soft thump, like something heavy had been dropped in the hallway. I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed my phone, texted my roommate, and then, without thinking, I opened the door. There was nothing there, just an empty hallway. But then I saw it. In the very corner of the hallway, just in the shadows, there was a shape, a figure. I couldn't see it clearly, but I could feel it. It was watching me. I could just sense it. And then, just like that, the light flickered and went out. The hallway was completely dark. I slammed the door shut and locked it. I didn't move for the rest of the night. I stayed under the covers, eyes wide open, just waiting for the morning. The next day, when my roommate came back, I told him about it. I was honestly expecting him to laugh, call me crazy, or say it was just the building making noise. But when I mentioned the whisper, he got super quiet. Turns out he'd heard the exact same thing the week before. He thought he was just hearing things, but now he wasn't so sure. To this day, I don't know what it was. Was it just my imagination? Or was something really there, something I wasn't meant to see? I don't live in that apartment anymore, but I still wonder, what the hell was that thing in the dark? So, that's my story. What do you guys think? Was it just my mind playing tricks, or was there something watching me that night? Let me know in the comments. And as always, stay safe out there. You never know what might be lurking in the shadows.